What is up, man of the cough? Kaufman, look! I found an envelope. It was hidden inside a globe that a strange mechanism opened. To my dearest visitor, let us see what's inside. Exactly, this is another part of an intricate riddle, but to what purpose? To conceal something, perhaps? Or just the last acts of a confused and drowning mind? Oh, is this gonna be like we go all around the house and solve riddles? I love this. I love this chapter. Not so much horror, but lots of puzzle. I love it. I am increasingly of the opinion that this is some mental construct, some riddle conjured up by the professor's failing mind. He may not have even understood what he did. Those seeking wisdom must first know their own foolishness. Reflect on yourself in the heat of passion to reveal what the cold eye of logic sees not. A riddle, and who would that visitor be? That is unknown to me, my friend. There's only one way to answer that question. If we can find the answer to the professor's riddle, perhaps we will be able to solve this mystery. Those seeking wisdom must first know their own foolishness. Reflect on yourself in the heat of passion. So we need to surround ourselves with mirrors while having sex. Reflect on yourself, said the riddle, and the cold eye of logic sees not. Could there be something here, hidden somehow? A common radiator. Do we have to turn the heat on? Radiators like this work with water, right? They heat up a bunch of water. My parents had a radiator like this. Alright, so I need to find a bucket or something. Can't click on the sink. I might have to go around the house and look for stuff. I'll be back when I find something. Oh, I can take the teapot. It's filled with cold water. I'm gonna put the teapot on the stove. Oh, there she is. If I want to heat the teapot on the stove, I will need to start a fire first. The stove already has plenty of wood. You have hints for me? May I ask you something, Miss Oakwood? Of course, Doctor. Do you know, is the professor fond of puzzles or riddles? Indeed, yes. He has long been an enthusiast of every mind game you can imagine. In better days, he would host parties every other month. Themed soirees, he called them. Oh, those were good times. It seems long ago now. Alright, so I gotta find can't take an ingredient. There's a matchbox. Might need the matches later on. Or right now. Did I just not explore this room when I was in? A bread oven. She's gonna be using it later. Alright, it's on. Oh, I didn't even put the teapot on the stove. I was just like, I could cook this, but I'll just walk around with it. It's pretty accurate. Oh yeah, the friends that had the stove also made tea like that too. And the whistle, if you have never heard a teapot whistle, that is accurate to what it sounds like. The water will cool soon. That means I gotta run fast. Actually, it probably means I gotta not take it outside. Going upstairs. Going in here. Not in here. Steam up that mirror. I didn't know what I was doing yet. I thought I might put it in the radiator or the bathtub, but it makes more sense to steam up the mirror. Reflect on yourself in the heat of passion to reveal knowledge that the cold eye of logic sees not. Condensation from the teapot's steam has revealed a hidden message. I'll add this clue to the letter. Knowing yourself, you may look upon your master, meet his imposing gaze, and seek to understand what lies beneath. Thereby learn the question, if not the final answer. Alright, that immediately makes me think of his self-portrait. Right here. Yep. As I suspected, there is a small key taped to the back of the picture frame and a note. I'll add this clue to the letter. The question is the world from the peak of man's tallest tower. The answer yearns up to it from the root of life and time itself. Alright, tallest tower. That suggests maybe the statues, like the tallest statue. And then the root of life and time. That big tree. Those are my guesses. Well, let's go see. Or maybe this isn't different, but I'm thinking maybe I can use this key on to get. Why would it be a key though? You know what? I don't think it has anything to do with over here. I'm gonna go back inside and try this key on the doors. That would make more sense. Actually, yep, there's nothing here. Nothing about these roots. Can I go here? Key doesn't fit. What about here? Key doesn't work. Wasn't there another door over here? I doubt this will be right away since it's so spooky. Key does not fit this keyhole. Every different text for every door. It's not special text, like it's all bland, but it's different. And I respect that. What about here? The key does not fit the keyhole. Or is it different? Is it just random? No, that's the same twice in a row. What about here? There we go, last door. Oh, get it? Last door. No, that's just a coincidence because that was the last one I tried. But because it was there, it's probably the last one most people try. A shelf covered in old ornaments, pieces of metalwork and pipes of strange shapes. Some kind of round mechanism. Can I take it? I can look at it. Oh hey, there's a flying bird and a landing bird. I'm gonna have to switch all these to the right ones. That kind of reminds me of... Oh, everything reminds me of the Myst series. Can I get through a single Let's Play without mentioning Myst? No, probably not. A shelf covered in old ornaments, pieces of metalwork, and pipes of strange shapes. Ooh, a phonograph. Or a gonculator. An unusual electrical device. I'm unfamiliar with its function, but I can tell that there is a piece of equipment missing, which I don't have. Piece that goes here, I suppose. Ooh! This is going to show us something important. The statue portrays a clergyman hiding behind a mask. Same text. Ooh. Statue portrays a queen with her face hidden by a mask. Which one's the one without the mask? They all have masks from this angle. Maybe the mask goes away when you're downstairs? The answer yearns up to it from the very root of life and time itself. I should check and see if there's something hidden near that tree. I've already been there though, and I checked and I didn't see anything. Yeah, this thing. What happens if I switch this? Does it change who's wearing a mask and who isn't? Because I swear, like, when I first got there, the queen has removed her mask. Oh! So I gotta find enough of these that they all take their masks off. Alright, I'm going downstairs. So yeah, this thing, if I change it again, should have that make that other statue take their mask off. Check it again. It looks as though something has been concealed beneath the thick roots. But I couldn't have checked without opening that door with the key, another note, and a key bound together. Add this clue to the letter. It is a truth our ancestors knew, and with stone silence came to unknow. Stone silence. The key has been engraved with the shape of a feather. So maybe that'll make sense once I open the door. Face is hidden. The sage has removed his mask. Okay. Alright. So, putting those things to the right thing, remove the masks of the statues. So I need to find two more, one for this guy and one for this girl. Time to check the doors. The key doesn't fit here. The key doesn't fit here. The key doesn't fit here either. Oh, I missed. I missed again. I missed again! Okay, not moving. That was surprisingly tough. Alright, and again, it was the last door. Ooh! I don't particularly like this. If they're gonna be birds everywhere, and if it's gonna be this open place, why not just let them... I don't know. Maybe this is fine. I don't know how to take care of birds. Inside the cage, there's a bird with a black head and orange breast. The sign reads, Perula Perula. A truth that our ancestors knew nothing and came to unknow. Ah, someday I'm going to learn how to speak. There's a small compartment in the base of the bust. Inside this, a note. That only by entering the gnashing jaws of primal horror... Primal horror? Inside the cage there is a crow with black and gray feathers. The sign reads Corvus Cornix. That is a dangerous place to put a vase. I wonder if it's gonna fall. Inside the cage there's a small bird with black and white wings and a feathered crest. The sign reads Upupa e pops. Spope a poo poo. The bird inside has a gray breast and brown wings. Passer domesticus. That seems like Latin. A curious bird with long legs. The sign of the cage reads Porphyrio aleni. A lot of these, like some of these just sound like bird noises transcribed into letters. There's a bird with a pale brown breast inside the cage. The sign reads Lucinia megaringos. That sounds like a species name. Maybe they're all species names. An embroidered cloth covers this cage. On it is written, if the birds are silent, the phrase trails off. Ooh, a silent bird. The bird inside this cage has yellowish-brown feathers. The sign on the cage reads, Carduelis flavirostris. A bird with red feathers on its head and breast. Erythacus rubicula. PD. This doesn't mean anything, does it? Cloth matches. What's the letter say? I can't do it. Not with all this noise. Get me away from the noise. Okay, that's good. Alright, a couple things. Stone silence came to unknow that only by entering the gnashing jaws of primal horror. Gnashing jaws. See, I think I explored everything here. Through the glass, I see the rolling hills covered in snow. Get me out of here. Gnashing jaws. We seem like anything from an animal or something? I haven't looked at the weeping angels. A fierce lion damaged by the harsh weather of the coast. Its head is missing. Oh. No, this is just what I was looking for. I just never examined it before. Alright, here we go. Let me reach into its mouth. A lever. That was a sound. I think it has triggered some mechanism inside the manor. There's also a note in here. I'll add this clue to the letter. Will you at last know truth? Is that a clue? Could this be the last part of the riddle? Is it? I was thinking at the beginning I should have said something. I was thinking that maybe the whole thing is going to be a riddle. Like I'm going to have to look at a part of each stanza or whatever it's called. Those seeking wisdom must first know their own foolishness. We haven't done anything with that. But must first know their own foolishness, thereby learn the question, if not the final answer. Wait, what's this about climbing the tallest heights? I thought it was something about the tallest man. Maybe I just read it wrong the first time. Truth. With stone silence came to unknow. Gnashing jaws of primal horror, will you at last know truth? It sounds like what Devitt was doing. There's nothing over here, is there? What did I just get? I just got this. Something about knowing truth. The body and visage of the lion have been thoroughly worn down. However, its teeth remain sharp. You bought a statue with sharp teeth? That's a bad idea. Secret passage has opened at the end of the corridor. What? I was just walking around. I was like, I gotta figure out the answer to this clue. And I just went upstairs and came down, and then suddenly this passage randomly opened. Okay. This looks like Professor Wright's archive. I should bring Kaufman here at once. Experiments 1885. Let us see. Have a look at this. Be careful, there's a small key inside the folder. 1st August 1885. Results at last. After many months of tedious observation, something has finally come from the other side. I heard the sound of footsteps exploring the proximity of the stone archway. This would seem to verify my hypothesis. Absolute horror is the key that we must seek. 20th September 1885. Now that they have proven themselves useful, I have installed 2 new devices in the outer tunnels. I dare not go deeper. I've not heard it again, but I know the thing must be still down there in the dark. 12th November 1885. Containment in the underground tunnel has been breached. Gone. 15th December. I have no choice but to abort the experiment. It can no longer be controlled. There is but one thing left to do. I will seal the tunnel and hope that the abomination remains forever entombed within. What is this supposed to be? It seems to be a log that the professor kept during one of his experiments almost 7 years ago. It is noteworthy that one of the entries has been redacted. What is written in there? It cannot be true. It must be some kind of hallucination. A sign of Professor Wright's illness, maybe. Perhaps, though we should not jump to conclusions. we can conclude that the professor had another working place underground. Perhaps that key opens the basement door. There could be a route through to this underground tunnel. Meanwhile, I will keep looking through these documents. There must be something more than that folder among this mess. And I get to keep looking too. Piles of papers of all kinds. Discarded notes, letters, and receipts all mixed up. Some shredded paper. It appears to have been notes. Many folders. They have no distinctive tag on them. He just remembers where he puts everything. Pixel hunting. There's some kind of metallic hatch on the wall. There seems to be no handle on it. A set of framed silhouettes. Under each is inscribed a plaque. Another puzzle. Mr. Strachan was a well-positioned man. He fell madly in love with the younger daughter of Bartley's, and so he proposed to her. Young Agnes fancied the idea of marrying an older man, but she always hid her feelings from her mother. Mrs. Bartley did never take her eyes off her daughter and watched them at all times. Mr. Bartley tried to show his support for their daughter, but his wife never paid any attention to him. So, what does this do? I can turn him around, okay. Ooh. Mr. Strachan fell madly in love with the younger daughter. So do I have to find out who's who? Agnes fancied marrying an older man, and she always had her feelings. Marrying an older man. So this guy, probably, hid her feelings from her mother. Mother never took her eyes off her daughter. And this would be a lady, right? And this would be a gentleman. Mr. Bartley tried to show his support for the daughter, but his wife never paid any attention to him. Did I get it? I solved the puzzle. A compartment has opened in the wall. Ooh, another of these. I can get one of them to take their mask off. Alright, I found something. A long series of folders with dates on them in complete disarray. I still need some time here. Why don't you check that key opens the door to the basement? There could be an entrance to the underground tunnel. Alright, let's go check and see which of the statues opened its face. Looks like this one. The clergyman has removed his mask. I only got the sitting woman. The lounging woman. Ha! First try! It's completely dark in here. I feel a cold draft coming from the front. Can I? Yeah, just use a match. A bad idea in a real house. Did I use another match? Gotta click it again. I know these are hanging sheets or something, but it looks like pants. I've run out of matches. They're gonna send me back to the beginning? No, it's not. I can just keep walking forward. Just keep going. Keep going. Maybe it sent me back to the beginning. No, I'm just stuck. This must be scripted. Like, I'm stuck in the basement. It's like... Yeah. I was gonna say, it's like the beginning of Deltarune. I've fallen through a hole. Where am I? It's totally like Chris and Susie in the closet. The flow of air is stronger here. Looks like a component of some sort of machine. Ah, I know where to use it. I mean, I know what machine to use it on. A working lantern. Wow, nice. I wonder if... Alright, that was kind of scary because it was pixelated and it didn't know what it was. Thought it might be like a Cthulhu. But no, it's just rocks coming out of it. This part of the tunnel is blocked by a cave-in. The underground tunnel is not accessible from here. I should go back. The way is blocked by a cave-in. Thank goodness, a ladder. That was a little bit spooky, but it was more like because I was afraid I had glitched the game or something. But then I was like, oh no, this is scripted. Oh hey, the last of these. It is a mechanism of some sort. I know, we've found this before. Switch it. There we go. The open door. At least that's what it looked like to me. It's actually more like a Rorschach. See the sheets that look like pants? Pants for a giant? What is this? This old furniture has been left here to rot. Going back up the stairway. If we cannot access the tunnel mentioned in Professor Wright's log, how can we find the missing parts of his research? I must talk to Kaufman about this. Yep, I guessed that last word. I was able to use the key to explore the basement. I bet they're using a script in this that renders the text based on the resolution you've chosen. So that's why we get weird things where it's like this big long sentence and then one word on the next page. I bet that wasn't intentional. I bet that was just like, maybe they did it with a different resolution in mind and then this is just what happened. There's a large hole in the floor. One side of the hole may lead to some sort of tunnel. But it was completely covered in rocks and debris, so I could not tell for sure. Covered in debris? It sounds as if the professor succeeded in blocking the entrance to this underground area. It's unfortunate for us. I've made some progress of my own, my friend. I think this could help... Oh, that didn't need to be split up there. Forget my previous theory. I think this could help us delucidate. Do you mean elucidate? The next step in our search. Maybe that is a word. I'll have to look it up. Delucidate. Editing me? Remember, look up delucidate. Have a look. What have we got? What have we got? Show me! Today, a meeting finally took place. You see, Mr. Wright, our organization is keenly interested in your research. I really like this graphics. Look what they did. Look at that fire. Look at the shadows. They got the lighting effect, and they also got the actual pixels changing. But it doesn't match up. So, but it's still really cool. We could reach an agreement to fund this project. But first, we need to know the details. I understand. The main factor is the condition of the test subject, how open he is to suggestion. As you know, only the human mind can open a physical passage to the other side. So a complete, absolute darkness will be required for the experience to result. A secluded place, completely isolated. A place that can only bring thoughts of what may be hiding in the dark. I have the perfect location in mind. But in total darkness and seclusion, how could the results of the experiments be studied or confirmed? That is precisely where your organization can provide help. I have designed a special device that would allow for me to listen from a safe distance, but I lack means to manufacture it myself. That we could arrange. There is one last thing I would like to know. How would the experience be triggered? By means of a chemical compound of some kind? Do you mean a serum? Not at all. That would be of no elegance whatsoever. The trigger is in the mind itself, the emotion known as terror. The primal fear that still survives in the depths of our mind from the times humans were mere beasts. When was Darwin? I think Darwin was mid-1800s, right? Theory of evolution would have been around at this time. That which allows us to open a physical passage beyond the veil of rational thought. Primal terror is the key that we will use to open the last door. Ooh, I got my cursor for a moment. So spooky. Sorry to ruin the mood. Could this organization be the playwright? It may be, my friend. If so, then we are closer to the truth than we thought. But in this room, I've been able to find out only some fragments of information, discarded material. It looks as if the main bulk of documents were moved from this room and hidden somewhere else. The basement tunnel. That seems the most reasonable conclusion. But access to that place is lost, is it not? The entrance was sealed. There may be another access that we do not know about. We could find and use the device that the professor mentions in his log. I believe we could shed some light on this matter. Well, I got the lever. Alright, let's go up and fix this gonculator. I think it will work now. Ooh, I heard something. Like piano? Okay, more piano. There we go. Like a waltz playing. The sound. Do my ears deceive me? Is that a piano melody? I must see Kaufman at once. No, I want to look out the window and see the last mask. Not to state the obvious, but it sounds as if someone is still down there, playing the piano of all things. But how is that even remotely possible? I do not know, but this means something important to us. It means there's another entrance to the underground tunnel, and that we must find it. We have run out of leads. You did not find anything of use in the archive, and Professor Wright continues to mutter incoherently about childhood memories. You must hypnotize the professor, mein lieber friend. We are running out of options. This might be the only way to find the answers we seek. Look at this candle. Fix your eyes upon it. Your body is as light as a feather. Everything around you fades. You are entering a dark, endless void. Ooh, do we get to play as this guy while he's hypnotized? Listen to my voice. Where are you? A great number of trees surround me. The sun is setting soon. I can go north and west. Go west. You will be eaten by a grue. I am on the beach. There is a huge rock here. Many birds circle in the sky overhead. To the north, I see the shore. To the west, there is a person. Go west. As soon as I approach, the figure darts between the rocks as though it were frightened of me. Oh, that just says repeat what you just said. Go back. Birds circling. Let's go east. A great number of trees surround me. The sun is setting soon. I can go north and west. Go north. Go elsewhere. What's elsewhere? I stand among tall trees. They stare at me silently. They have found me guilty. I do not wish to stay here. Say the same thing again. Go back. Let's go north. I'm glad that it says which directions we've gone from this space before. I stand beside a waterfall. It is not water that falls, but mud and rock from a great height. Yet it sounds exactly like water. They fall and fall into a bottomless abyss. Behind the waterfall to the east lies a tunnel. To the west I see the edge of the forest. Go east. I'm in a dark tunnel. Oscar is here as well. He's upset. He yells at me. He begs me to stop. The tunnel divides into many passages. I can go north, south, and west. Go north. I'm in a large open space with a piano. Something stands next to the piano. I can't see it clearly. Its face. The tunnel stretches into the dark. Only one option, there's no going back. It's a very small room. In the center lies a deep pit. The ladder goes down. It is so dark. Down there. It lies. It waits. I will not continue. I must go back. Go down the ladder. I cannot. I hear it with me. Its breath. Dear God, I must flee. You must continue. It waits for me. It waits down there. I have gone down the ladder. Cannot see. It is pitch dark. I can feel its breath. It is here. It is with me. Enough. We went too far, my friend. You are right. I did not think he would react this way. You did well by stopping the trance, Kaufman. I think it would be best if we leave it for today. Let us return to the inn. Reflect tonight on what we have witnessed here. Tomorrow, let's discuss the next steps in our investigation.